Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Paul Van Wielism coming to you from Chiang Mai, Thailand, and we've got Goose Frugalite here as well. And what I'm going to be talking about today is calorie deficit. Why am I doing it? And what's the purpose? So we've been doing a calorie deficit now for 3 weeks or so.
2 or 3 weeks.
No, not 3 weeks, yeah. And we've both got our own reasons why we're doing it. So let's start with your reasons first. Why are you doing a calorie deficit?
Okay, well, I've been on a healthy BMI for many years now by eating a lot of carbs, starches, sugar, fruits, veggies, legumes, all of that. And even more food than I wanted. Been stuffing my face and I still kept a healthy BMI, and that's great. But I want to be a bit leaner than that,
Want to be a bit thinner?
Yes.
And what was your weight when you were a healthy BMI?
A healthy BMI is around 20.
Yeah. And I think you were about 21.
Yeah.
60 kilos.
Yeah.
Yeah, 60 kilos, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And your height is 169. So that's about 21 BMI, I think. Could be. Check the numbers, type it in the calculator. So she wants to get down to, what do you want to get down to?
55, like when I was fruitarian.
Okay. So when you were fruitarian, you were at your lightest.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about the fruitarian days. Were you packing it in? Were you stuffing it in?
I was eating all the time, 5 meals per day.
You had to, eh?
Yeah, you have to stuff your face when you're eating only fruit. Yeah, really, for sure.
And tell them how many fucking euros you spent on fruit for a month. That was crazy.
Okay, my biggest budget when I was on fruit was 1,000 euros per month. Yes.
Yeah, and your activity level wasn't even that high.
I was just walking and doing stuff and running a bit. No?
Probably doing like 7 hours a week or so.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe less.
Maybe less, yeah.
And I was mostly buying exotic fruit at the Asian shop, this kind of thing.
Did you have durian in France?
Yes.
Okay.
It cost like 36 euro. Very tasty.
But it was really good?
Yes.
Okay.
And mangoes, papayas, dragon fruit. And also bananas and dates and apples and all kinds of food, and also veggies, etc. Anyway, I got very lean easily. Yeah? But with starches, you add salt and you make some water retention, and it's easier to pack the calories in.
But it's not just salt. Like I find that you definitely do get a little bit of extra fat if you stuff in the starch. But like you really have to fucking stuff it in, like a 500 gram pack of pasta for lunch.
It's very hard, and you have to do it consistently.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, I found as well with fruit, I can just fucking stuff it in, and the next day on the scale I'm less. It's the only food that I've been able to do that with, fruit and sugar. Yeah. Simple sugars are just different.
No. And people that say they eat only fruit and get fat, what do you think? I think they're not eating only
those
fruit.
people are talking shit. There's something else going on for sure.
I don't know, it could be peanut butter or I don't know.
Yeah, most people lie. It's not that their intentions are bad, they just don't want to admit that they're doing something wrong.
Well, I don't blame them, because eating only fruit is quite hard mentally. Yeah? It's a challenge, because there's so many temptations out there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I used to do raw food back in the day, and I think my longest period was 1 week. I couldn't go on for longer than a week. It's too boring. Okay, and anyway, that gets us to the reasons why we're doing this calorie deficit. Why are you doing it? What are the whys for you?
I want to be a bit leaner, because I think it's cool.
You want to be a bit leaner?
Yes.
Okay. And it's for your social media?
Yeah.
You want to enhance yourself
for
on social media.
credibility.
And you already know how to pose really well. So when people see you on social media, you look lean. So when they see you now on social media, when you get down to fucking 55 kilos, they're probably going to be a little bit scared, but that's okay.
But as long as I have my period, it's healthy.
And what about the cycling?
If I get too slow and my watts go down too much, then I know that I'm too lean.
Okay, so that's how you can tell when you're losing too much weight.
When you lose life quality and hormones, sex drive.
And tell me a little bit, or tell us a little bit how you're feeling at the moment. Do you feel alright eating less?
Yeah, I feel alright, because I managed the deficit to be about 300 calories per day, not more than 300 kilocalories per day, and then it's alright.
Yeah.
I don't have cravings really.
And how do you calculate how many calories you must eat for the day? Because that's something that people have also been asking me quite a lot. Is how do you know how many calories you must eat for the day?
Okay, then I use chronometer.
Yeah.
I know what is my basic, what's the name?
Your basal metabolic rate.
Yeah, so I know that. and I add 30% to that number. So this is the amount of calories I will spend in a day by just existing, working a bit and walking around a little.
Why 30%?
Because it's extra energy that you spend if you're not staying in bed.
Okay.
And then I add my workouts on the days that I'm exercising. So it could be usually 400 to 700 kilocalories every day that I add to that number.
Yeah.
And then I know the total is the amount of calories I burn in a day. And then I have to eat almost this amount of calories and keep a...
Yeah, just more or less around that.
Yeah.
And you can feel in your stomach that you can still pack in a lot more if you
Yeah.
really wanted to.
I feel like there's still some space here.
Yeah. But you're enjoying the food that you're eating. You're eating in restaurants and...
Like before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're happy, you're okay, eh?
Yeah, I keep it low fat.
Okay. You've got energy to do work.
Yeah, always.
I see you during the day, you work very hard, your productivity hasn't gone down, your life quality is still good, and the waistline's getting thinner. So that brings us to my reasons why I'm calorie restricting, or calorie deficit. Restricting sounds, well, restricted, Deficit has a more positive connotation to it. So the reason why I'm doing calorie deficit is because I want to be as fast as possible on my bike with minimal effort. So I'm training mini at the moment, training 5 to 7 hours a week. It's very low training volume. I still do the intensity, but I find that if I'm 73, 74 kilos, obviously I go a lot slower up to step. But if I'm 67 kilos, I'm going to go a lot faster up to step. So yeah, just keeping the training volume minimal, keeping the weight low. Another reason is because I just don't like seeing that flabbiness in the mirror.
Yeah.
It just sucks, Like there's no definition on my abs, but now it's getting better, getting leaner for sure.
Narcissist.
We're all narcissists in some way, We do think that we are more important than other people because that keeps us alive, that helps us to survive. Because if we don't put ourselves first, then we're going to end up sacrificing our lives pretty much. We can't thrive if we don't put ourselves first. But that being said, you have to be selfish first before you can be selfless. So when I say selfish, I mean invest in yourself, make yourself a better quality person so that you can give more to others. And I wouldn't say I'm a narcissist really because I don't post selfies of myself like all the time. I think that's more like narcissism type stuff, and you're just posting selfies all day and you're just talking about yourself in a conversation. When you have conversations with people, that's narcissism. And you can't talk about anything other than yourself. And we've all been in that situation when we have a conversation with someone and all they can talk about is their fucking selves, and you're just like, God, I just want to leave this conversation now. And now we're digressing a little bit from the topic, but it's fun to talk about other things. Keeps the video interesting. But anyway, we'll come to that in a different video.
Back in the topic.
Yeah.
How much calorie deficit do you have per day? How many kilocalories?
For me, I keep it about 10%. So let's say I need 3,000 calories for the day. I'll just go 10% less, so that's 2,700. That's about what I need most days with the bike riding included. No, actually, it's a little bit more. It's about 3,200. Yeah. So then I'll subtract 300 calories about from that. And that gives me what I need for the day, which is about 2,900. And that just makes it more sustainable for me. I find when I go 600, 700 calorie deficit, then it starts getting hard. And you've done it before as well. You've gone 1,000 calorie deficit.
Yeah, I've tried it a few times.
1,000 fucking calories.
It doesn't work. Then on the next days, I'm going to binge on something because the body doesn't like that.
And you also become bitchy, man.
Yes.
You start biting. You become like a cornered animal. You know what happens when you corner a spider? It starts to bite. You become like that. And even the smallest little thing set you off. You become like a landmine. This video is almost 10 minutes. Let's keep going. Let's go past the 10-minute mark because if your videos are longer than 10 minutes, you can make more money on YouTube, and that's important. This is actually why I do this YouTube. It's just so I can make fucking money.
Yeah, I heard that 30 minutes is the best length.
13 minutes.
Yes. So let's stop at 30 minutes.
No, it's okay. 10 minutes is enough because how much more can we talk about calorie deficit? There's not that much to say.
Okay, what are you eating, by the way?
Oh yeah, that's another reason why I'm doing calorie deficit is because I like to eat tasty shit. I like to eat exactly what I want, like anything I want, anything that I crave. So it'll be like for breakfast, I'll usually have 7-Eleven rice. I know, and that's probably not the best breakfast to have because it's pretty heavy and you feel sluggish during the day.
It's not too bad, it's not the best for the morning.
Yeah. Fruit's obviously the best for breakfast because you just feel light and you've got more energy. But I like to eat 7-Eleven rice, and for lunch I'll probably go to Maya Mall, have a burger, and or a burrito, burger and a burrito sometimes. And then for dinner I'll maybe eat some chips, those oily chips from 7-Eleven, which are really good, and one of those steamed buns. But that being said, it caused me to break out quite a bit. Get quite a bit of pimple.
Yeah, his back looks terrible.
Pimple infestation, yeah.
A constellation.
And then, yeah, constellation, as she says. And then she really enjoys squeezing that shit. She becomes addicted, so that keeps me from eating too much oil, because she just wants to squeeze everything all the time. Alright, so that is why we do calorie deficit, and we're going to keep doing that till her birthday, which is on January 23rd. Yeah, and then I'll probably keep going after that, because so far it's not that bad.
We'd love to be, it's awesome.
Nothing tastes as good as thin fields, as Tony Robbins once said.
I like to have a lean husband, and you like to have a lean wife.
I like to have a really lean wife, yeah, otherwise I'm just going to start looking around for someone else, you know. When I told her if she goes over 60 kilos, it's over, I'm going to start looking around. Or actually, no, I'll punish her a little bit, we'll still stay together, and then I'll be looking around while we're still together, okay? You don't like my jokes, do you?
You said the 65 kilos.
65 kilos,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, she's got a little bit more room than she thought she had, so 65 kilos is a good deal. Okay, so that's today's video. That is why we do calorie deficit.
Just a little.